On the show today, I'm going to talk about chapter 17 of my book, Marriage, Mind, Funk, and Mindfulness. It's a book I wrote a couple years ago. And chapter 17 is titled K, K-A-Y, the name K, because my pen name is K. Dean. My name's Cate, though. I'm Cate, C-A-T-E. And the book is written about things that can go wrong in your family, infidelity, adultery, addictions, and hi, I'm Kay, and I'm a food addict. That's what I say in the beginning of the book, the chapter 17, not the book, but the chapter 17. Chapter 18 is just like a ending of everything, talking about how you can heal, and that's chapter 18. But 17 is titled K. That's me, Cate. I think the thing that hurts worse than being narcissistically abused and going through the torture of that is that a lot of your own family does not believe that this happened to you, that you're born nuts, you're just born crazy, that people with narcissistic personality disorder or just very cruel people in your life that are self-centered, searching for a supply for themselves to feel good, for them to feel good and great about themselves, they have to put others down. They have to crush you. I felt crushed, like in the ice crusher. And then the thing I would say to like the counselor I was seeing, the 4 or 5 that I've seen in my life now, is, I'm the crazy one because I allowed it, I guess. I was searching for validation and nurturing that I didn't get properly. I'm not saying it was on purpose by my family. My mom had 10 kids. I was the 10th. She was burned out. She was going back to work. The day after she brought me home from the hospital, she went back to work full time. I understand all that now, but nothing was said. I was told to be seen and not heard all the time. So go away. So I'd go on the back porch and play with my cat. I couldn't go with my older sister. She went to my uncle's house. I wet the bed, so I couldn't go every year. It was, you're too young, when she went away with my Aunt Peg that came in from California. So I didn't know what was wrong with me all my life until I was 56 in 2016 when I found the internet YouTube videos about narcissism. And we have traits. We all have things that we do that are narcissistic. But being crushed, beat down, like I was saying, feeling like you're put through like cheese through a cheese shredder. This person who took notes on you, who remembered what would set you off, would make you upset, things you told them for 5 years as their best friend, my sister-in-law Cate, and then she got mad at me for what I said about her babysitting arrangement that was not siding with her family and her husband. It was because I'm a jealous monster who would not like that situation. And then I was punished. Everything that she knew about me that would set me off, would shred me, would break my heart. She did those things. But I'm healing. I'm 95% better after doing things like I tell you in chapter 18. But this is 17. So if you're interested in the book, it's called Marriage, Mind, Funk, and Mindfulness. And it's about infidelity and addictions and how, hi, I'm Kay, I'm a food addict. I didn't know all those times when I was upset, hurt, feeling bad, feeling happy. I would turn to food. I'd be up watching movies, love romance movies, till 11, 12 at night, eating food, just eating until I felt like I would explode. And that's my addiction. I am a food addict, and I try to do better with it. And some days are worse than others. With my stomach problems, after getting certain jabs, I've had even worse stomach problems, but praise the Lord, my heart's okay. So thank God for that. But my broken heart, the broken heart syndrome, I forget the medical name for that. But after my sister passed away, first we put our dog down that morning, and then my sister Jean passed away that afternoon. My broken heart. And then from having the crushing of the narcissistic abuse where they love bomb you. Then they gather up everything they can get about you. They, after being with them 5 years as a best friend, my sister-in-law, Cate, who has the same first name as me. My nickname's Cate, Catherine, Cate, Cate. So Cate, and she gathered up, and then she knew when she was mad at me, she didn't just slap me across the face or yell at me. She just attacked me with all the things she knew would set me off. Because, yes, I need help. I have mental health issues. I needed help. And this, I love doing this, talking about it. Because my own family treated me, most of them, like I was crazy, like I'm insane and nuts. Instead of saying, let's talk about it. Let's see why this is. I want to understand. And even my own sister, like I say in the book, Jan, struggled later when a co-worker of her husband emailed him and said, "Hey, babe," on the email. So that's just one little thing. But my sister-in-law, Kaylee, was doing everything I told her that would bother me. And I never, ever, ever thought for one iota of a second or whatever time that she would be gaslighting me and playing a freaking game with my husband. I figured they were full force in love. They were having an affair. So that's how sick it can get. But just remember, love yourself. You can say no to people and smile about it. No, you're a good person. You can let them believe whatever they want to be and enable the person that's cruel and heartless. Be an enabler to them. Let them do it. You know the truth. And you know you're doing okay after counseling. Yes, go get help if you need it, counsel. But you can heal yourself too by telling yourself you're a good person. You're doing okay. Back then, things happened. If my parents would have talked to me more about the things going on with my older brother and his wife that was a sex addict for her validation or whatever happened to her as a child, I don't even know that whole story, but she was a sex addict. Darlene, my brother Ken's wife, who divorced when I was 6.5 years old. So I turned 7 when they moved in. My mom had a granddaughter that was 5 years old, her first grandchild. So yeah, I was pushed aside. I'm not saying it was intentional or meant to happen, but it happened. My mom was a rescuer. So yeah, you can heal, like I was saying before. Tell yourself you're doing okay. Be like the super ego, the parents that you didn't have, and say, look, you're doing great. It's not your fault that this happened, that you ate your grandpa's heart pills when you were 4, when they babysat you, and they blamed you. You threw them up, but they said, you're bad, bad, bad. When you were at the store with your 3 older sisters, and they were in another aisle, and you looked up from the comic books, they were gone, so you tried to walk home. And the cops were called. You are the bad, bad, bad. You're the bad, you're the bad. The cop said, you will never run away again. I was just walking home because I couldn't find them. At age 4, I saw them to my left, bawling their heads off, crying, crying, crying. And no one hugged me and said, we're glad you're alive and well. No one said, we love you and we care about you. They just were worried about themselves getting their rears beat by my dad. So yeah, I'm messed up in the head. I needed help. I needed counseling. I got the counseling. I'm 95% better for real. That 5%, which hurts now in the heart worse than what I went through with the narcissistic abuse from a sister-in-law, is that my own family, some of that, my own family of origin, my siblings, still think I was born crazy, and I'm jealous that I was spoiled and I got everything I wanted. Well, I want them to tell me they still haven't what I all got, because they know. And well, it doesn't matter if they don't know the truth and they enable the cruel people the rest of our lives. I know the truth. I love Jesus. And sometimes, this is how I'm going to close the show, sometimes friends are closer than flesh and blood. So I hope you're having a wonderful day. You just keep singing, dancing, making music, and having fun as much as possible.